Hey everybody, this is Easy, and welcome back to Let's Play Starcraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Last time.
Hierarch, we are en route to the Spear of Adun. As long as its generators still function, I should be able to bring them online. Once the spear is fully activated, we must flee from this fallen world.
Now, you get a shield battery and photon cannon, it's not bad. But last time, we witnessed something I didn't think we would see in StarCraft 2. We saw the death of Zeratul. That was actually a very sad part of this when I played it my first time through. But we decided to kill things.
The Spear of Adun lies dormant beneath the heart of the Conclave. I had hoped to raise it, to secure our victory against the Zerg. But now, it is our last hope for survival.
Artemis, why do you flee from your salvation?
Challeneges. She has fallen under Amon's control. Karax, we have to bring the Spear of Adun online.
The first power cell is activating, but the remaining 4 have been disabled by creep.
No.
I see. We have no choice but to clear them. What of our defenses?
Unfortunately, they are without power. However, the Spear of Adun support systems can aid us. They will allow us to deploy pylons anywhere on the battlefield. We should deploy one here as soon as possible.
That doesn't make any sense, seeing as we don't have the Spear of Adun and it's not powered up yet, but hey, let's use it anyway.
These photon cannons can defend our nexus point, Hierarch. They require only a pylon to function. You can warp in a pylon using the Spear of Adun. Press the Deploy Pylon button at the top of your command screen. Our cannons will now fire upon enemies within range. If they become damaged, the shield battery will restore their shielding.
These defenses will indeed be vital to our evacuation, but our first priority must be to clear the power cells of creep.
I'm detecting unpowered warp gates nearby. Constructing a pylon next to them would restore their power, giving us an advantage. The Spear of Adun's deploy pylon ability would be ideal for this. Of course, our probes can always warp in pylons as well.
Now, this mission right here is actually one of the first ones that I tend to just make a really large army before I move out. You're not timed, so it's not going to matter. You're actually only timed based on the resources you have, and you got a decent amount of resources, but you could always have more. I am going to fully upgrade this eventually.
Warp gate online. We can begin warping in warriors from it immediately, Hierarch. We can now transform our gateways into warp gates. This allows us to warp in warriors to any area with pylon power.
As soon as I had a mouth, he said what I was going to say, and that was you can actually use warp gates now and start warping in units. Now, I'm actually going to start working on a defense, because we're going to need it. You are going to need defenses on both sides, because they will come and attack you from both sides. I'm working on that before I work on an actual army, because the army itself, in the early part of this mission, is not as important. These, I mean, yeah, you get that. You don't unlock these as you go in this mission, so it's not a big deal.
On approach to our nexus. We must rally our defenses.
Now, we do have a shield battery, too, which is actually very helpful. But you want to make sure your macro is up. You need the good macro in this mission. Now, the cannons pretty much could handle this entire thing, and I'm actually hurting the cannon by letting the, by letting the, warriors attack it, because the shield battery is not doing its job in healing the buildings. Yes, shield batteries heal buildings. They only heal the shield, obviously, because it's a shield battery, but... Now, the deploy pylon is good at the start, because you Flat out, you just get
You have not enough minerals.
free pylons. There is something better you get, however, later on that I will use. And I'll explain why when we get there. Now, I am going to make a little bit of a gap here so I can get units through. However, after this, I'm not going to get units through. I don't care about the units after this because, honestly,
I'm here in
ah,
the
you
shadows.
bastard, get yourself stuck. I hate when they get stuck because I literally just lose units. I lose resources because they just get themselves stuck. And I'm still going to work on my defenses first. That actually is prime in this mission. You need to make sure your defenses are good. Because if they fall, you will lose.
You have not enough minerals. You have not enough minerals.
Okay, stalkers can blink, so I'm not too worried. Get that side done. Now I gotta work on this side down here. Once this gets done, is when I'll start working on my big army. I'm gonna 4-gate this base. I may occasionally go to 5, but I will 4-gate the base itself. So that's gonna be 5th gate. These are crucial. You need these cannons up because you're gonna be going back and forth back. You're not gonna want to move your army back and forth. You want to go and then go.
You have not enough minerals.
So you need to make sure you have a good enough cannon wall so you don't die, basically.
You have not enough upgrade complete.
I'm also fully upgrading because I can, number one, and number two, why wouldn't you want to?
You have not. Base is under attack.
Under attack, I don't even know. Oh, those are Dragoons. Dragoons, they have a lot of power, but they actually can't handle it if a shield battery is healing. That's why I always want 2 shield batteries by these cannons right here. It's just for this particular mission. I'm doing it this way. Later missions are a lot harder than later missions if you want to murder people,
You have not enough minerals.
as you will see soon. I'm only going to make the 2 shield batteries. I don't even care about this side. I'm blocking this side off completely because I don't really care. This side's not important. Once I get the cannons to the forge, I'm done with cannons.
You have not enough
So you
minerals.
don't really need them anymore. So I need maybe 3 more cannons and my defense will be good. Now stalkers can blink, so I'm not too worried about it, and I have pylons. What I'm going to do is when I take this, which I will do once I get a decent sized army, I'll take this right here, and I'll make a pylon out there so I can start warping out. Two more pylons, 2 more cannons, I'm going to use that, and then actually, no, that's it. You can return, do that. Now I'm going to make my 4 gateways before I do anything else. Because once I get those 4 gateways up, I can start making stalkers to take this out right here. You do need zealots in this mission. Not that many, but you do need them. It's not going to make last mission where I had about an equal number. I'm actually going to make more stalkers than anything just because blink is very useful. Now this is pretty much all I'm going to build inside my base. I may build pylons around this to get it, but that's really all you're going to need in your base. And you're wondering why I'm not chrono boosting my forge. I don't really need it. I don't really need to. It's not a big deal. And there is an extra base up here, but it's the Zerg base.
Another pack of Zerglings is approaching our nexus from the south.
As long as your frontal cannons can get hit by the battery, you are good. Watch, I'll just... But the banelings, on the other hand, are something that are hard to take through because baneling busts suck. I think the probe can get through there. No, he cannot. I forgot about the banelings. Dude, just honestly just say whoops. Come on, walk through. Now, this is not enough. I'm not going to go out there until I get about 15, 20 stalkers to go to this area right here. So I'll just sit here and wait a little bit till I get that. But this mission isn't too hard. It just requires a big force. Once you clear this area out, you can bring a probe down here to fix those pylons. So it's not really like you lost the pylons, or the cannons, I mean. Now, ideally, that's how you build the base, but I forgot about the banelings. Now, the deploy pylon, it builds pylons almost instantly, has a 60-second cooldown, and uses this energy here. So, I mean, it only takes a minute to get back, so it's not that big of a loss if you do use it randomly, like I just did. Especially because you need the supply. I'm going to wait till I get 700. Yes, I'm OCD, so I would build them in order like this.
Upgrade complete. You have not enough minerals.
Now, this should be good to take that first spot.
As you say, I serve. You require my skill.
This first spot is not hard to take. I mean, you're going to lose probably a stalker, maybe. Yeah, I lost one. That's not a big deal. If I microed the other one back, I wouldn't have lost it, so that was my mistake why we lost it in the first place. Now, you can do this mission straight up with just...
The second power cell is active. The spear's sensor array is reacting.
Do not deny your destiny, Artanis. Your people have finally found true unity. Shall be as
You can do this with
Sensors
just
online.
stalkers.
Wait, what is this? Warp prisms approaching our nexus point.
Stalkers, eliminate those warp prisms.
Now, Dragoons are stronger than Stalkers. But they have something Stalkers do not have. But Stalkers, they do not have. The ability to blink. Where'd that probe go? Did that probe die?
Our pylon is under attack.
shall be as you say.
Now, you're going to need to constantly be warping in units here, because now you're at a point where
I am here in the shadows
you actually need to take this out, or they will continuously send units at you forever.
for the reckoning. I serve.
So we go up to here. Actually, I'm going to bleed you back, because you're going to die if I don't. Taking out the warp prism is key. It's crucial because they will continuously supply with units. Keep in mind, this is Challeneges is doing here. Challeneges is the one sending all this stuff at you. So your old friend and ally is now trying to kill you.
I am here.
That was a lot to me for some reason. Can't make any more. I'm actually going to leave this probe here and make another one up here. Because it does actually do something. Because I need to keep rebuilding down here more than anything, because they will hit you with banelings. That's basically the reason why they'll hit you with banelings. Now I'm going to make the next set of... The next set's going to be zealots. Like I said, I don't need as many.
Highlight for iron.
Thought I had enough supply there.
You have not enough minerals.
The minerals aren't crucial yet. I mean, you're not going to run out of them yet. So, I mean, I still got plenty. But you are going to eventually run out of minerals. That's going to happen. I got pylons building up here so I can make more men. I can't make zealots. I'm going to make 2 more squads of zealots, and everything else is going to be stalkers. I should have about a 45 to 50 man army by the time I finish this mission if I do it right. Now, you can actually warp into here. The zealots are really good at killing out hydralisks, honestly. They just are. I don't know why they have detectors in this mission when you can't get a single cloaked unit. And that's the interesting thing about this mission, about this campaign, that I honestly wonder. You cannot, at any point in this campaign, build an observer. Some people are like, why do you need an observer when they don't have any cloaked units? Well, detection. I mean, to scouting, to see where they're at, see what they're doing, see when they're coming to attack you. But no, you can never build you can never build an observer. I don't know why. That's weird to me. I find that really weird. Kind of pointless, actually, why you can't build a freaking detector. Now, I got 39 units. My next warp in, I will move out to attack. I believe I did this mission the first time with 45 units, and I fared pretty well. I mean, these are heavily covered, but it's not going to be too bad because you actually do get more warp gates. You get 2 more free warp gates, so I use those. Of course, before any attack, I always do a quick save there just to make sure. I go this way first. Now, I don't make the quick save in case I screw up. I make the quick save in case they decide to attack me right as I leave and my base gets busted through. That's the reason why I did the quick save. I don't do it because, oh, my army's not going to handle this. My army can easily handle this if I do it properly, like not engaging too deeply like that. Go up here, you get another warp gate. This is where the warping in the pylon thing comes in handy, because not only...
Karax, I brought another warp gate online. Prepare it for immediate use.
not only do I get an extra warp gate to get more units, I also get a pylon point at a very strategic point, actually. Now this is right in the battlefield, and this is an attack that's going to come at my base, so that's usually why I save, but this attack should be able to handle it. I didn't realize there was an Ultros up there, and I've lost a lot of men. Because there's a Guardian up there if you didn't see that. Guardians do a lot of damage, but they're also slow and very easy to kill. I lost all of my Zealots, but I'm not too worried about that right now. Now, I have this area pretty controlled. Their base is up here. You need a big army to take their base. If you take that base, they will still come and attack you. They will still be able to attack you and all that. But you kind of do need the base later on. When my base under attack, you look at what it is. Hybrids. Hybrids are attacking. Now, my shield batteries, I built 2 for a reason. They should be able to handle this without a problem. I'm actually going to stay here and make sure they can handle it without a problem. Hybrids are weak in this mission. They're not like they were when you fought Mar and Wings of Liberty, where they're just overpowered as hell and will just kill anything. No. They can kill you. They probably will kill you. But I hate when I do that. It's a lot, actually. Now, this one is harder to take because they have an Ultralisk. So I do need 2 rounds of Zealots to take this one down because of that Ultralisk there. Now, there is a way to do this fairly simply, and I'm going to show you how I do it. I might just take out the damn bases to get away from the annoyances. Bring up a Stalker, you shoot that, kill it, guys, one at a time if you have to. But that Spine Crawler will cause problems. Look here now, once you take out some of them, you can move up and attack. The Ultralisk takes priority, you kill that out, you blink over to the Guardian, and you kill it. Now we have the second. And another Guardian. Every time you see a Guardian, blink and kill it immediately because the Guardians do probably the most damage to you. You have 2 of these now. And they serve as warping points whenever they activate.
Every hand turns against you. Even the ground beneath your feet carries the seeds of my victory.
I'm here in the shadows.
Nidus worms. Warriors, strike them down. We are not defeated yet.
Very well.
At this point, you want to go back to your base because they do have Nidus worms there.
Base is under attack.
And even with your shield barriers and everything, you will get completely overrun. Don't take these out. I also lost my pylon that was down here.
Very wise.
Now pylon, I don't need that point anymore, that warp point anymore, because I have other ones, but it's a pylon. You're gonna want it because it's supply, and supply is crucial. Oh crap! Immortals, the bane of Stalker's existence. Focus them before you do anything else. Take out those immortals. But that did actually save my base. The immortal there did save my base. I mean, killing those immortals like that, because
Very well.
immortals will wreck you, straight up. Now, I got hit by an ultrascope here, which is why I lost the units, the cannons, but I'm actually building an extra cannon because I don't need to get out of the base anymore. I still have this probe back here. Kept in there for a reason. We'll take back up to this point, so I replenish forces really quick. Make some zealots, and the rest can be stalkers.
We stand highlight for hire.
Now, I may or may not take... That's a Reaver. I may or may not take their base. I'm not sure yet. All it really does is supply small amounts of text. Even if you kill the base, they will still hit you with Ultralisk and everything. So you're not slowing them down at all. All you're really doing is just annoying them. Once I get one more, I just need one more round of stalkers, and I'll make another attack. I'm going to attack over here. Now there is another warp gate that I do want to get, because that also gives you 7 units at once instead of 6. That extra unit does make a difference in this mission. This is a rush mission. You need to go through, you need to attack, and be quick with what you do. And I'm always going to make these quick saves just to be safe, because you never know what can happen. At any given time, I can make them a horrible engagement and just die. Like I could have there by not doing that. You have to go through this. This is not optional. That's the part about this that is ridiculous.
Life is broken. Flawed. It must be reforged.
But the Achilles heel of Protoss, take out the pylon and they have nothing. So take out that pylon and they couldn't use those cannons no more. How am I talking like that? No more.
We're almost finished, Hierarch. The Spear of Adun is nearly online. Only one cell remains.
I'm trying to find the other warp gate, and I believe it's over here by these minerals.
The end to the cycle of infinite madness has come. Cease your
Ah,
struggle
Jesus.
against the salvation I bring. Struggle no more. Be released from your pain.
There's the other warp gate, but that attack came at a horrible time. I really wasn't really paying attention. Just send you back to the warp gate so I can get it up. We'll go back up to the base. Every time those come out, you need
Well
to
done,
kill them.
Hierarch. All of the abandoned warp gates are now under our control.
This is a mix of Nidus Worms and Prisms. I'm running low on gas, but I got plenty. I mean, my guys are dying, but I got plenty of gas. I got plenty of minerals. Do I have a big enough army to take the final spot yet? No, I do not. 40 guys may not even be enough for that final area. I forgot what it was like. I do have all the warp gates, so I don't need to make any detours anymore.
We move unseen. Reckoning.
I find the Protoss to be more of a threat than the Zergs. I'm not worried about the Nidus Worms as much as I am the Warp Prisms. I'm making strictly Stalkers for the rest of this mission.
I'm here in the shadows.
Because of their ability to blink. Blinking is making more engagements.
Very wise.
Now the next actual point I want to stay at is right here. I don't want to go anywhere else. I'm going to go hide up in this corner basically. Now, I lost maybe 2 there? Now, I lost 3, wow. Now when I did this myself, I did take the Zerg base. But I'm not going to do that here. I'm not going to take the Zerg base because it's just out of the way and you lose a lot of units for it. this, I gotta go up here and go up a ramp here, and I can just kill these guys and I get it. Or if you need to, you could just snipe the constriction and you get it. So, I mean, there's ways to do this. But I'm also low on resources. So I need to make do with these units right here.
In the shadows, I serve.
In the event that I fail and need to restart, I will...
Let our enemy know.
I have two ways to do this. I could load the save that I did this correctly on, or I could just show you how to take that base and be good. Back down.
Move unseen.
Why am I killing? I'm killing creep for a reason. That was bad.
Reckoning. It shall be as you say. I am the heart of
I'm not worried so much about our base. I mean, yeah, that's probably gonna get busted through, but I'm not too worried about it.
all shall be one. All conflict shall end.
Back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up. I'm losing guys really badly here. I may have just lost the mission because of that engagement that I did a horrible job with. Take out the Reaver.
Very well.
Now, you don't need to kill everything here. You don't have to.
It shall be
To hug the wall. We're going to take out the spine crawlers, though.
unseen.
Or at least one of them. Alright, folks, sorry about that. I had a call from the wife I had to take. And now what I'm doing is I'm just going around, so I didn't actually have enough men for this. Kill out those lings, and pretty much just snipe it. Hide back here, they have just some lings and maybe some banelings and a roach, but I mean, they have nothing that can take out this many stalkers. So just snipe it and you win. And you win. Power up the Spear of Adun. There is an achievement to kill all the Zerg buildings, but I don't really care.
Power transfer completed. The Spear of Adun is ready to depart.
Let all firstborn free from Amon aboard, Facesmith. We must flee this world if we are to survive.
As you command.
And there you have it. We have acquired the Spear of Adun. Now it's a slightly longer mission. There are other missions that'll be about this long too. So if you enjoy long missions, there you go. But what happens now that we have the Spear of Adun? Will that help us? Or will we fall before the hybrid at Amon? Find out in the next episode of Let's Play StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void.